That's not cool. I guess I will have to make a new text, you know? There's some interesting findings here. This is my first time doing a dual stream. We're doing dual stream right now. A little bit of a shameless self-plug. Things are working. Things are working right now. My my GPU or my CPU is not happy about this dual streaming. I'm gonna stop recording. That should relieve it a bit. Last change. Camel, mate. I have to say chat too, because I can't really see YouTube chat very well. Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. Got me cup of coffee. I was low Kirkinchuli up till 5 a.m. last night. Fucking cocksucker. I just realized I made a problem. Okay. There we go. I gotta create a new text GDI. I didn't realize they were binded quite like that. $18 viewers. What's going on here, fellas? Hello, hello. What's going on? I'm just setting up the stream right now. I don't know if Streamlabs is telling me lies, but just adding the last final touches. So today's my first day doing a dual stream to YouTube. I found out that YouTube, or if I do the dual stream for free at least, YouTube will not let me do it in horizontal. You only get like this YouTube Shorts like aspect ratio. Little goofy, but that's what it is. And yeah, it is what it is. And I'm just going to have to refer that people join in the Twitch chat. But if for some reason you're stuck on your phone and you prefer to hold it vertically, we got that. Now we got that. Now we got that. From 18 to 2 viewers. Streamlabs, what are you doing? Streamlabs is a little psycho. I think we're good now. I think we're bloody good. So I'm only going to be looking at Twitch chat. If you want to chat, you got to join Twitch. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Oh boy, fresh drop for Word of Warcraft. There's a fresh drop, guys. Boss? There's my stream. We're back. We're so back. What's going on, everybody? How are we doing today? It looks like if you watch the stream, you can get a World of Warcraft pet now. They're doing a little campaign. If you want to play retail, the worst World of Warcraft version, you can get a little pet in it. Hey, B. Hey, B. I can bring it back. Look, though. I'm doing dual stream. So apparently, this is going to Twitch, and this is going to YouTube.
I know.
I haven't really started yet. I mean, we're live, but nobody's joined. It says people have joined, but nobody's chatting yet. Therefore, you haven't actually joined. And I gotta go move a chair really quick. Now let's see here. If I do this, so if I click it manually, it seems to work. My Streamlabs isn't working for the dual setup quite like I wanted to yet. I'm sure if I restart my computer, it might just start working, so I'm not going to complain. But bear with me here. Oh my god, okay. How's it going, Fooling Jay? We're doing a dual stream today. I don't know if you can even tell, but there's all sorts of scuffed. It's not computer troubles, it's just we're doing dual streams, so now we have a stream going to YouTube, and my Stream Deck is not affecting the layout in YouTube. So, yeah. I'm just going to say be back shortly. I will fix it after the stream. I think I know what to do now. So the YouTube for free, it will only let me stream in vertical. So YouTube's like vertical for your phone. But hopefully, I put some things on the screen on the YouTube version to say basically go to Twitch. So hopefully we can route some people from Dale. But for right now, I'm just going to close my... I'll be right back. I got to move a chair. Oi. I'm back. Oh shit. I'm back. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. It's glitching out on Streamlabs a little bit too. It said like it said that 18 people were here at one point, and then it went straight back down to like 2. So can't trust the Streamlabs numbers right now. My pet is happy with me. We actually have some meat to feed him. Yeah, so we're level 26 now. I did a little bit of off-screen grinding yesterday. I was up till like 5 a.m. to be honest. Not playing the game, but just looking at other stuff and looking at some prediction markets for the first time. Yeah, she's feeling a lot better now. She just had like a fall and kind of scraped her knee. It was in some serious pain. And then that just made her feel bad, like physically. But I think we're through the worst of it now. But I appreciate the sentiment. I appreciate the kind words. What am I supposed to fight here? Cursed Marines and cursed sailors, so there must be humans on this boat. There be humans. Where is... Oh, someone's down there already. Stealing all the fun. That's okay. There's probably a bunch of people on this ship, and he probably just came through here and killed them all. I was like, where is everybody? I hope you didn't read what that just said. I made a massive rookie mistake here. I don't have any ammo. I gotta go back to town really quick to grab some ammo. I'm glad I didn't go that far. If I went too super far, this would have been horrific. I have no friggin' ammo. I'm also level 20, or I'm level 26, but at level 25 you get better ammo. so I can actually buy the better ammo for the first time. And yes, I do mean ammo and not arrows. Failed to stock up for the voyage. If this was a voyage, I would be starving on my ship right now, while still in the harbor. Firefin snapper. I don't even think firefin snappers are like good. If I remember correctly, they're like a useless fish. It's not even any cooking recipes for them. What about this? It's also firefin. How are we doing today, people? I'm not looking at YouTube chat. I don't even know how to pull it up. Let me see if I can get it on my phone. This is my first time doing this dual stream thing. You used to have to pay for it. Now they're like, hey, we'll let you do it for free, but you can only do vertical. So I'm like, okay. If I get people, then I might pay for it, you know? But for right now, we're just testing the waters. There we go. There we go. Ammo salesman. We're filling our pockets with ammo. Filling. And now, we're going to drink this elixir of lion strength. And we're going to eat this crystal of ferocity. And now we have 2 different buffs. One gives us an extra 4 strength for an hour. And the other will increase our attack power by 10 for 30 minutes. And I have another one. So when it expires, I should be able to use the other one. So right now we have an hour of extra power.
Hour of extra power. Raiden, I need extra power.
Right. I was going to try to pull it up on YouTube. Also, my website. You know my website. I don't know what happened last night, but for some reason it said 627 people visited my website today. And I mean, that'd be cool, but I find that hard to believe. And it's usually less than 100 every day. So 600 something is a little weird. But I mean, if it's real, I'll take it. I just feel like it's Shopify being stupid. No way. You don't have that many buddies, do you? Are you a state diplomat? Well, the other thing is, if 600 people went to my website, not a single one of them made a purchase. That means I got to do a little fixing on my side. The Valentine sticker I think is going to be out today, though. I should have it finished and out today. Oh my god, I didn't assign the ammo. Okay. Rookie, dude. Actual rookie in the place. We are gonna have to fix that. But yeah, Valentine sticker should be out today. It's a rose. It's some rose petals. I can put it on the screen for a second. This is what it looks like. So I'm gonna put like probably 2 more stickers, one right here, maybe another one, we'll see. But yeah, this is gonna be like a little sheet, and this transparent part here will be cut out, and then these stickers will just be easy peel. But yeah, this is what we're looking at right now. Ooh, sneak peek. Sneako Pico. Tangy clam meat. As you notice, I have a gun now instead of a bow. Pretty cool. But yeah, I might have to do something for St. Patrick's. I don't know, on in March. What the fuck? He turned me into an undead. What the fuck? Cursed by the Eye of Paleth. My physical damage is reduced and my casting speed is reduced. For 2 minutes! And my pet's this way too. He turned us into zombies for 2 minutes. Undead. What the fuck? I was fighting a ghost yesterday that kept polymorphing my pet into a sheep. It's very disrespectful.
I'm so annoyed. Every time I actually sit down and I want to work, no tasks are available. I did one and then it pulls me off. So I literally just did 8 minutes and that's it, because that's all it could give me.
Maybe $1 or $2.
I feel like this.
Fooling Jay says hi.
Thank you. Yeah, no. He had to help me bandage my knee. I get really klutzy sometimes, and I completely biffed it outside on concrete. I missed the steps and just scraped myself.
Look what he turned me into. That guy turned me into this undead guy. I have no jaw. My tongue's hanging out.
How do you come alive again?
It's a debuff, but it's on me for another 15 seconds. But when he first did it, it was on me for 2 minutes.
Hello, creative.
Oh, what's up, C Native?
Oh, I see native. Jesus Christ, I'm blind.
We're live on YouTube now too for the first time, but the YouTube live I think is vertical mode only. It is. I'm about to pull it up on my phone to see what it looks like. Oh god, someone was in there. Burin Thaki. This is World of Warcraft. This is World of Warcraft Classic. If you're still here, this is World of Warcraft Classic Anniversary. So it kind of just came out, or was re-released. I played World of Warcraft Classic. This is World of Warcraft Classic Anniversary. So it's a different set of characters, it's all new, and you have to create a new character. So we're leveling right now, so that we'll be ready for the first expansion, which is the Burning Crusade, which comes out next month. Hashtag gamers on a schedule. World of Warcraft just looks a little weird on the mobile because it's so zoomed into my character, but it is what it is. Bless you. Let me see if let me make sure the volume's working on this. Let me see if it is. You're in VR right now? Sweet. Full immersion. I respect that you are a real VR player, you know? I love VR. I wish more people played it. But you know, I can't openly say that too much because I don't play it as much as I should be, you know? But I mean, I definitely think the next, if it's not a WoW stream, the next stream is for sure VR. Or not the next stream, but I'm just saying, like, the next game I play on stream will be VR. But we're going to be playing WoW for a little bit until we hit max level. Once we hit max level, there's really not much to do. Max level in this game, the kind of loop, the gameplay loop, is you're doing PvP, and you're doing what are called dailies. So you're doing like little daily quests for like little unlocks and stuff. I didn't stick my pet on him. Gotta eat a little Dalaran cheese. Let's see. Forever a zombie. There's a Twitch and a multi-stream chat, but when I click on multi-stream, I don't see that other guy's messages because there's someone that did message in the YouTube chat. Even though at the top of the YouTube stream it says, if you want to chat, please go, please go to the Twitch so I can actually see your messages. But life finds a way. Let me see. Feed my young pet some lean wolf flank, and then I'm going to. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Oi. Tell me I didn't aggro both. I did. Not good. Oh shit, I did the wrong trap too. I think we're dead. Nope. Epic healing potion. Please stop hurting me. I'm about to die too. Oh. Okay, we're safe. At least we didn't die. We didn't lose our buff. That was what's important, you know, is keeping the buff, not losing the buff. Dude. Oh my god, now we gotta fight this stupid. He's low level at least. You gotta really clear this area, man. There's a lot of spawns around here. We should definitely have mount today, though, I think. Yesterday I did all the annoying walking quests so that I can get around. I got, you know, off stream. I got the flight paths, they're called, so that we can fly to the other areas. So now we can really just start grinding today. Really start getting a lot of quests done. Let me not drown myself. But yeah, I was gonna do an evening stream last night, and then honestly by the time I like finished dinner and settled down and like me and Caitlin like, you know, had everything taken care of, like I literally, it was like midnight, and I wasn't sure if I should stream at midnight, and then there was this person that I watched that was streaming, and so I kind of tuned into that. We froze him so that we could heal. Attack him, pet. Pet. Thank you. That's what we needed. We needed the pet to take the aggro.
Pet, please do the work. Please do the work for me, pet, please. I need you to do the work. Senor, please do the work for me. How dare you?
Curse sailor. I'm already sick of being in the water. I'm so ready to get out of this underwater fight. A little bandaging. Bandaging my boo-boos. Bandaging. Oh my fucking... Okay, they're both aggroed on my pet, which is kind of a miracle. Gotta heal my pet. That was an important heal. If I missed that heal, if I put that heal on myself, we might be losing this fight. Okay, so I killed that guy. That's huge. And that's important because I can basically bail from fighting this guy if I really need to. I'm trying to get my pet to take the aggro. Okay. My pet has the aggro. I can now just treat this like Pokemon and just heal my pet. Combat healing. He just got the last hit. Not that it matters. It's just funny. I got what I needed from that guy. That was basically the boss of the ship. Now we just need to kill 2 more Marines and 3 more sailors. No problem. No problem. Oh man. Oh, I was up a little too late last night. That was another reason I didn't stream. My eyes were fucking burning because I only have contacts right now. I kind of lost my glasses, so it's hard to give my eyes like a real break. But I'm not too upset about losing my glasses because they were a little, like, my prescription changed anyways, so I needed to get them replaced, and they were pretty ugly. But I do not have a replacement pair yet. Because I thought I would be getting the meta glasses with the prescription, but I ended up getting the sunglasses, and the sunglasses are not prescription. They don't do them in prescription, the ones I got. I can put them on. They're really nice. Might help my eyes too. The fuck? Whoa. That's an add-on I have that was warning me that I was drowning. It's called GTFO, and it will start making alarm noises if you start taking like environmental damage like that. Weetod ploofing? I need add-ons to make my game Weetod ploof. Oh hell no. I just fucking did something really stupid. I got a piece of toilet paper stuck on the fucking frame. I guess this is why they give you those microfiber cloths. I got it. Going straight back to wiping it with the TP. And they're broken. Oh. Man, oh man. Whoops. I'm swinging at the Cursed Marine, and I don't even need any more Cursed Marines. I need the Sailors now.
Battery 100%.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. You get to like choose who the voice is on the glasses. I have John Cena in mine. There's not a lot of voices, but out of the few that they give you, John Cena is an easy pick. I don't know why they don't just do like a Jarvis, you know? Oh, great. This Captain Halendor guy, I bet as soon as I turn this quest in, it's going to give me the quest to fight that guy. It's going to be like, oh, dude, thank you for turning the quest in. Please go back to the area that you literally were just in. I kind of hate when WoW does that. Gotta check the YouTube chat. Nothing. We're clean. We're not missing nothing. Cursed Sailor. The Sailor is accursed. Your glasses, like which ones? Like normal glasses or your sunglasses, or but they're scratched up. When I was in elementary school, I kind of got in a tussle with this one kid that had like, you know, everybody knew that one kid when you're growing up that like really has kind of anger management issues. And obviously when you're a kid, you haven't worked out any of those things yet, so like they're just in full force. And I kind of pissed this kid off one day at recess, and we got into a tussle, and then he grabbed my head and he like scraped my face across the like chain link fence. And like my face was unscathed, but he scratched the fuck out of my glasses. And I was like, dude, I got like 6 pairs of glasses in elementary school. For the most part because I kept losing them, but that was one of the replacements. That kid was Italian, but like his name was very Italian, so he could be in the mob now. In the mob. Yeah, I mean, we were kids, you know, we were all still the same size. Now I'm probably like twice the size of that guy. That's why you don't mess with people when they're young, dude. You don't know who people are gonna become. I could be insane, and I could be holding some type of a crazy grudge. I could be like a gas station crack addict, and I could be like, I'm gonna get that kid for what he did to me. Yeah, I'm still a zombie because these guys keep putting it on me. He just refreshed it. It's called Curse of the Eye. But I only need to kill one more of these stupid sailors, and then we're done swimming around like a freaking fish. Oh my goodness. All the Marines are out, but the sailors aren't out. Where's the friggin' sailors? There's a sailor. Boom. Come to me, sailor scum. Honestly, my elementary school, like, it was super sheltered and everything, but, like, it was good. Like, that's, you know, to a degree what you want. It was a little overly strict, but, like, they imparted, like, patriotism in all the students. And it wasn't forced, you know? It wasn't some cringe, like, I love the USA. You know, it's not like we were just chanting in a circle, like drilling it into our head. Like, they taught us about the country. They made us love the country. It's one of the reasons why I'm so patriotic today, is because I grew up in this beautiful environment where you were taught to love the country, and that's sadly not what kids are getting today. But at the same time, like, I mean, I'm not blackpilling here, guys. If kids are, not being taught the right things, when they find out, which they do, they will, when they find out how things really are and, that they were essentially lied to, like, they'll come around twice as strong. So just have hope. And I'm looking forward to meeting Gen Alpha, dude, when those kids grow up. I think Gen Alpha is about to be one of the most epic generations. It's a little messy right now, though, that a lot of these Gen Alpha kids, you got like that clavicular guy running around doing looks maxing. You literally have a generation named Generation Alpha, and they're looks maxing. It's like, dude, like, if I know if I was a young little kid and people were telling me that my generation was called Generation Alpha, there'd at least be like a year of my adolescence where I'm like, we're Generation Alpha Male. We're Generation Alpha Male. Like, so. It could be pretty funny for these kids mentally. Like, peep what you're saying while my pet does all the work. That is annoying, C Native. There was actually a gas station outside of my high school, and that would, like, behind that gas station was where all the, like, really rowdy kids would go to, like, fight. And I was like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna fight you in the back of a gas station. Like, you're gonna pull a knife or something, dude. That ain't no way. It was like the most shady thing ever. But yeah, the ghetto kids would do that. One time there was these two black girls in gym class. And, like, we get let out of the school, and then it's like a maybe 5-minute walk, I don't know, to, like, the field, right? And so, for gym. So, we're, like, walking outside the gymnasium. Everybody's walking, like, as a big group to go to the field. And these two black chicks just take off running. They both take off running. They go all the way to the field. They run all the way to the very, very far corner of the field. So everybody is, like, as far as they could possibly be from them. And then they just start brawling. And they just start throwing hands at each other on the track. And, like, this was the first time ever I saw, like, a black woman just tear another black woman's dreads out. Like, there were just, we're all pretty far away, but you could just see dreads in the air just flying. And then our resource officer was this really big fat guy, and he starts booking it like he was moving, no hatred at all. He was like, he could do the job. You look at him, you'd be like, this is one of those donut officers. If something happens, he can't run. This guy booked it. Like, he definitely could outrun me. He was crazy fast. And he just starts Terminator running out to the two girls as they're fighting on the track. But that was pretty crazy. But like that would have never happened in my elementary school. I don't think there was a single real fight, like other than little tussles, like what I talked about with like my friend, you know, and the glasses on the fence. Like that wasn't even a real fight. And as soon as he did that, he was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry." Like he backed off. You know, he instantly felt remorse. But it's like when you're enthralled with rage, you know, these things happen. But like there was never real fights, and there was never fist fights at my elementary school. Whereas like as soon as I was in high school, it was like at least once a week. And then I was in gym class once, and we were all like sitting on the ground in a line, and like, you know, crisscross applesauce sitting on the ground, and these two kids started fighting, and they started fighting like right behind me, and like they fell like basically over my shoulder, and then they were like right in front of me as I'm sitting on the ground, and they were just like tussling. And I'm just sitting there just watching, like, front row seats. Dude, I was killing these crocolids earlier, and I was not getting the scales from them. And now that I'm doing it, I'm getting, like, a ton of scales. So I only need one more. Also, my eyes feel a lot better now that I'm wearing these sunglasses. Trust me, I'm not trying to look like some fucking crazy douchebag right now. I'm wearing these glasses for the rest of the stream. I might wear these glasses on every stream now. I used to see like Dr. Disrespect wear his sunglasses, and I thought it was like crazy, because I'm like, dude, like, isn't that messing up the screen? It's really not messing up the screen right now. Everything looks fine. And I have a light up here above my screen, and it does like kind of exhaust my eyes, and I don't feel that exhaustion right now. Huh. Slimy Murloc scale. Get it out of here. What are these? This gives me a little less armor, a little bit more intellect, a little bit more spirit. But this gives me more attack power and a little bit more armor and a little bit more stamina. So I have this, as you can see here, the Beast Mastery Marksmanship thing where like it shows the upgrade amount. That's like an add-on I have, and it's kind of telling me, it's kind of trying to help me cheat and saying like, this is the better item, but you still have to use your discretion. So intellect in this game is for mana. Right now, as a hunter, I'm never running out of mana. I rather have the extra attack power. So even though it says this one is slightly better than my other one, I'm actually going to keep the other one on. But I used to like not, like when I was a kid, I used to not look at that stuff at all. I used to just be like, oh, it says one is stronger than the other, so I'm going to take that one. Sweet. Sweet. We might level up. Yeah, I think we're going to level up off of these turn-ins. Let's see. Let's go get this flight path. It's the one I really didn't get yesterday. But this way I'll be able to go up here, turn in the quest up here. If you're on YouTube, you probably can't even see the map right now. Turn in the quest up here, go north, and then take the flight path down to the town and turn in the other two quests. And that should level us up. Pet's still happy right now. We're chilling. And I have food in the reserves for him for once in a lifetime. He's got some freaking grub in the tub. There's copper in the water over here. Oof. Oh crap, I didn't even see that there was two guys. One of them's level 20 though, so it really doesn't matter. Pet's loving this right now though. He's brawling. He's having fun. I'm telling you, man. This game would have been my brother's bread and butter. My brother loves this type of stuff. He loves Toontown for the same reasons that he would love this game. But he's obsessive like I am, and he just never let himself play a game like this because he knew he would get like so enthralled and so invested and so like unable to pull himself off of it. But man, I really think like he would love it. Like if he retires ever, dude, the first thing I'm gonna do is sit him down and get him on WoW, because he like it's made for him, man. They really knew what they were doing with this game. They basically could look at their inner child and be like, if I was a kid and I was just rambling about what I want in a video game, in my perfect video game, what would I want? You know, I would want like a small like real world, you know, with a lot of like a world that's massive, you know, so that it feels real. And you have to traverse it, and there's different biomes, and there's different things, and like, I don't know, I just feel like this is literally everything that I would have wanted as like a 6-year-old in a game. No rush, C Native. Take your important business call. The mayor keeps calling C Native, asking for advice. I see, this is one of the annoying ones where I only need one item from these slime guys, but it seems like the drop rate is really, 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 really low. I killed a bunch of these guys earlier and they didn't drop it, but I was in an area where there was like one of these guys for every 10 enemies. At this mausoleum here, they're like the only enemy around it, so we should get it eventually. It's pretty incredible though how I still haven't got it. Yeah, I named my pet. He's No Makeup Foid. He's a Foid with no makeup, which I guess I'd make him a she. She's a Foid with no makeup. My other friend, his character is named Sigmund Foid, so I thought I would do another Foid play on words. But I can change his name at any time. If I was DSP, I would say the first person to donate can name him. That's what DSP would say. Okay, guys, let's get some He doesn't say donations. He says support. Let's get some support. If you want to name our Pokemon, $500 donation to name the Pokemon. I gotta make sure I'm not doing something wrong here. Where's the digging through the ooze quest? Right here. Oh, I can't open the quest in combat. I was gonna make sure I'm not supposed to like use something on these guys to make them drop it. Men in makeup. If the economy's really doing bad, makeup's just gonna disappear, right? You know, like makeup's expensive. But that's not how it will really happen, you know. You would think that would happen, but it's not gonna happen. People will have no money. They'll start taking out loans to put makeup on, you know. But like, my girlfriend was showing me this, like, this. It was pretty funny, you know. I give it credit. There's this woman that did. Actually, I couldn't tell because you know sometimes women will do drag too. You know, they're basically wearing a mask of makeup, so it's hard to tell. I assume it was a guy, but they did like a drag makeup to make themselves look like Erica Kirk. And like I get it, it's tasteless, but they pulled it off. Like it was well executed, so I got to give them credit there. But I was literally like my takeaway from looking at it was like, isn't that a lot of money in makeup? And we got the bag. Bag secured, ladies and gentlemen. Bag secured. I was like, aren't these people just like putting $50 in like powder on their face every day? Yeah, Erica Kirk is funny. It's just like she clearly doesn't have a good friend. Because any good friend would have told her, like, listen, man, your husband just got assassinated on the world stage. Like, stay private for like at least 6 months. Like, I think in China they have a custom where like if your spouse dies, you get like basically 3 years off. You have like 3 years of like self-isolation that you can do. You can basically not go to work for 3 years, and like it's kind of culturally understood. Now I think you would have to afford it, but like they kind of see that as like maternity leave, paternity leave. They see like the loss of a spouse as like something that's warranting like 3 years of kind of like grieving and putting yourself together, and also like not exposing yourself to the public so that you don't do things like that. But Erica Kirk did not have that ancient Chinese wisdom. And she, I think she embarrassed herself, Because, like, obviously, like, I get where she's coming from, but it's like, ooh, you should let someone deliver your message for you, if you really need to get it out. Yeah, the pyrotechnics, and she was smiling. She's all smiles. It's like, your husband just died, lady. Like, have a little bit of like sternness, so that you can also be taken seriously. When you're acting like it's a party, it's hard to take you seriously. You're giving too much levity to such a serious situation. Now, I don't watch Candace Owens at all. Candace Owens is insane. She's pretty schizophrenic. I would have said back like maybe a couple months ago that it's literally all just like a joke. Like it's kind of like her whole thing is kind of like a skit, but she makes so much money off of like YouTube talking about all this stuff. But like my main thing is that what I found out yesterday is that she has an NDA with Turning Point. And she's been railing against Turning Point, putting out all these conspiracies, saying that Erica Kirk is like, a Fed, and like, Israel and her killed Charlie, and like all this stuff. Which, if she didn't have an NDA, she could do that. But she has an NDA that has a non-disparagement agreement, and she's just digging herself like a permanent financial hole. Like they could literally sue the skin off of her and her husband. Like it's pretty bad, the situation she's put herself in. And people are saying that's why she just recently stopped talking about all this stuff. And again, I don't watch her. I'm just going off of what I hear. But like at this point, my understanding is that she was literally basically going against her NDA for like 5 months straight, every day, live to like millions of viewers. So it's like, I don't think they're gonna let you off the hook for that. Like, you're gonna go to court, they're gonna sue your pants off. It's not much more to it. Little scenic flight here, fellas. That too, the text, oh my god, her like text exchanges, dude. The time traveler thing, she said to him like, I feel like an alien, or like I am an alien or something. And then he was like, and I'm a time traveler, and we traveled time together, and life brought us together. Like, he was high key flirting with her flirting with her in like a very autistic, like, nerd trying to be poetic type of way. But he was like 1,000,000% flirting with her. And then she posts this, not only outing that he's kind of like, I don't know if he's with Erica at this point. I assume he is. But not only outing that he's kind of being promiscuous outside of his marriage, but also that she takes that point, exposes him for that, and then doesn't even see what she's exposing him for, and is like, he's a time traveler. He told me he's a time traveler. He's literally a time traveler. It's like, wow. Like, please take your meds, please. See, Native, I think we're gonna watch some scary videos on another stream. I gotta watch scary videos at night. If I watch scary videos right now, I can't start my day with scary videos. I need that sleep to reset my mind after watching them spooky vids. Megabonk, though, the last game that we were playing that we were watching spooky videos on, Megabonk should be getting multiplayer soon. There was this guy that was making a multiplayer mod for Megabonk, and he got like hired pretty much instantly to actually make it officially, because Megabonk made a ton of money, so they're like, oh, might as well just hire this guy, which is the right decision. And yeah, so if they release a multiplayer for that soon, we'll definitely tap back into that, and that's a perfect game to watch some scary stuff in. Also, in this WoW grind right now, we're kind of trying to catch up to my other friends, and we, for the most part, have almost pretty much caught up. So, he gave us a crocodile gumbo recipe. For the most part, we've caught up. So in the future, like, these WoW streams will probably be like dungeon runs, because that's kind of what you do. As a group, when you get to a certain point, you just kind of start running a bunch of dungeons for a myriad of reasons. I got a ooze covered bag. Gives me an extra 2 slots. I mean, actual hallelujah moment. Yeah, they were RPing though. The pictures too. She leaked all those like pictures of her and Charlie that were relatively intimate. Like if you saw those pictures and you didn't know them, you would assume they were a couple. And it's like, oh, not a good look. Oh man. Keep your feet on the ground. See, that's recipe cooking 100. My cooking skill has to be 100 to learn that. My cooking skill is like my worst one right now. It's 49. Okay. My fishing is my worst one, which makes sense. But yeah, I need to get my cooking up. And it shouldn't be that hard. Do I have any eggs? Yeah, I have 3 small eggs. If I can get some mild spices, I can make something at least. This guy doesn't sell mild spices. Might have to kill myself. Disney music, like, it's hard to say Disney music, because that can mean anything. At this point, Star Wars is Disney music. So it's like you could be listening to princess music, you could be listening to Star Wars. Pretty sure they own Indiana Jones. They have a lot of good music, man. A lot of good, famous, just cult classic little tunes. But if you just say that, like, you could literally be listening to like the most Disney princess thing ever, and someone could assume that you're actually watching like Star Wars music, and vice versa. Oh my gosh, who sells freaking mild spices in this godforsaken town? This little town kind of sucks. Kofifi finished. Yeah, find the one that has what is it? Not cumin. Turmeric. I bought this I think I said it on the other stream the other day, but like I go to Sprouts and Sprouts will have these insane deals on like meats that are going to go bad in like a day or two. But I'm literally cooking them the same day. So like I get the Sprouts meats a lot for mega discount. And I got these 2 pre-seasoned chicken breasts for like $6. And or maybe it was like $5. But the ones, there was 2 seasonings. It was like garlic powder, onion powder, you know, very, very basic stuff. But then there was turmeric and there was spinach powder. I've literally never used spinach powder before. But I could smell the turmeric like in the whole house for like 30 minutes after cooking. Look at that. I said it. I called it. I said they were going to send us back to go kill that captain that I saw earlier. That quest right there is saying that we have to go kill that captain now, and that's the only quest we have all the way up there. I hate being right. I hate being right. Yeah, again, I only bought... I never buy pre-seasoned. I only bought it because it was on sale. It was the only one on sale. But, you know, I'm reading the label to make sure that it's nothing insane, that they're not putting, like, you know, a pound of, like, canola oil or something in it. But, dude, I have so many good seasonings. I got this King of the Hill seasoning for Christmas for some of my friends. It was, there's this company named Spiceology that makes spices. I'd never heard of them before, but they did this, like, King of the Hill crossover, like, you know, sponsor thing, and it was, like, this seasoning mix. And that's another thing, too. I'm not going to buy a seasoning mix if it's just basic stuff. You know, if it's just, like, a pre-mix, like, cayenne pepper and paprika, like, I'm not going to pay for that. I'll mix that myself. But the thing is that this had, like, granulated, like, what is it, like dry beer granules or something, you know. It had like a beer seasoning, and it had like some like dried honey stuff, and like I'm not making that. So I was willing to buy it, and I was willing to buy it for some of my friends. But I used it on some pork last night, and it was phenomenal. Very good. But yeah, so Sprouts, I've gotten like lamb, like ground lamb for them for a ridiculously good price. One time they had like the most expensive grass-fed beef was on sale for like $5 a pound. I bought 3 pounds of it, brought my friends home, we cooked some dinner, made them this Mongolian beef. It was real good. I went back the next day to get the same beef. Of course it had sold out. So there's no more of this $5 a pound super premium beef. But there was the next step down. It was organic. You know, I don't think it said grass-fed explicitly, but it was like organic Sprouts ground beef. Still high quality, still would be like a little over $10 a pound, or around $10 a pound usually. It was $3.29 a pound. I mean, I'm eating good, you know, like golly. I can't even go out to any restaurants with prices like that, you know. I'm too much of a... It's not even cheapskate. It's just like I'm too much of a value player. I can't reject value like that when it's sitting on the table. Like, that's some serious value. My parents literally just use salt and pepper. They don't season anything. Markiplier used to cry all the time. So this is gonna sound insensitive. I actually have an ancient video on my YouTube that is privated, and Markiplier. I was getting frustrated with Markiplier because he was getting overly emotional on his YouTube, and he lost the plot. Like, you gotta understand, I used to be a big fan of Markiplier back in the day, and he totally lost the plot, and his niece got in like a car wreck or something, and she like died. And you know, it's sad, it's horrific, but it's like he was like airing this out to his YouTube audience of mostly kids, and was just like, he made like a short video basically just to like cry in a video and then posted it. And it just seemed very weird. But you know, I was like, I'll look at when I posted it and then I can tell you how old I was. I'll put it in the chat here in a second. But I edited like a small video with the rudimentary editing skills that I had at the time, where he's crying, and then he says, I killed my niece," and he says that he kills his niece, and I don't know, like when I was like a young kid, I thought that was the funniest thing ever. I was trying to make light of this like awful video that he posted, basically. Hell yeah. If I had a freezer right now, I'd definitely buy like half a cow, or I'd go hunt a boar right now, because there's a lot of boars. And there's some crazy good recipes for boar. They're pretty easy. Yeah, literally like crying in front of a camera, editing it too, looking at it, and then being like, I'm going to post that. It's like lost in the sauce, you know. I get it. If you're a content creator, you don't know when to turn off sometimes, but you should have turned off for that one. But yeah, let me post this video. It's funny. It's funny. Like I said, it's a little insensitive, but it's funny. Gotta go to my Agadabagadaba. Let's check in on the stream chat. Yeah, let me post this video. Okay, nobody else commented a damn thing in the YouTube chat. We're chilling. We're chilling. Where is my videos? Oh, I gotta go to the creator dashboard. I'm goofy. YouTube Studio, right. Yeah. Come on, where is it? Oh, it's before college. I gotta go before my college videos. I have some like college class videos here. I think it's before this. Yeah, I think his video about his niece dying was literally called like Update. Like that was it. It was just called like Update. So I named this video like Update Gone Wrong Chaos Edition. It's really goofy. Let me put it on screen. Doesn't he get raped in the Joker 2? Okay, let's watch this really quick before we talk about Joker 2. But I'll put this in the chat in a second, but check this out. I was... Fuck you, Markiplier. You got... Okay, wait. I posted this... What the fuck? Where's the date? Give me a second. Let me go back a page so I can see the date of when I posted this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There we go. June 30th, 2018. So I was 18 years old when I posted this. The description of the video says, "Fuck you, Markiplier. You just got a fester feast for attention on YouTube about your dead niece twice. I hope you get in a car wreck." So I you know, I've kind of been the same person for a long time, but here's the video. Now the audio balancing is clearly really bad, but yeah, he says I killed my niece, and then it's a video of him in the corner just like being loud, just showing how like unserious his streams are. But yeah, you guys can enjoy that. It's gonna stay private, but I mean, if you have the link, you deserve to look at that video. But yeah, I don't know, man. That stuff annoyed me, and I really liked Markiplier too. And you know, he would play some very like shovelware bad like games, but he would make him entertaining. Like that's the thing. Like he can make anything entertaining, and that's like a real skill he had. That's like something you have to have as a content creator. Something that I hope I could strive for. Like World of Warcraft's pretty boring. I feel like I'm able to fill the dead air on this stream, you know, and talk. And so, like, you know, it's a skill. And he has that skill. He's really good at it. He can literally play anything and make it entertaining. But he does not, like, the emotional stuff. He's got to compartmentalize that. But, I mean, you know, this was 7 years ago. Or, no, fuck, man. This was 8 years ago now. But yeah, 8 years ago, you know, I'm sure he's fine now. I don't even know if he's still making YouTube videos. Is Markiplier still doing it? Other than his movie, but yeah, I'm trying to watch that movie. I'm down to watch the Markiplier horror movie. Because the other thing too is like he's really like hyped it up. He's really been like, "This is my life's work. I've always wanted to do this." Like, so to me, like, it's perfectly okay if the movie's awful because that's just gonna be funny. If it's really bad and this happens to be like really the culmination of his life's work and it's bad, it's like, I don't hate him, but it's just kind of like, dude, it is embarrassing for you. Like, second embarrassment. Like, it's funny. So it's a win-win. If it's a good movie, I can rep it. I could be like, yo, this is cool. You should watch this. Like, you know, he pulled it off. And if it's bad, we can kind of have some brevity and laugh at him and say, like, you know, you tried. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Jacksepticeye was also just gigantic at that era. I did not watch Jacksepticeye back in the day. My brother would watch some Jacksepticeye. I would watch a little bit of PewDiePie, but never too much. I definitely watch Markiplier more than the three of them. But yeah, dude, they were the titans of YouTube. Like, it's hard to even express. Like, the gaming YouTube is relatively dead nowadays. And, like, gaming for the most part, even in this stream, it's like the secondary thing, you know, it's the thing in the background. But it used to be the active thing, and it used to be the reason people went onto YouTube to watch stuff, because they wanted to see somebody else play a game. And for a lot of kids, you know, including myself, like, we weren't that great at games. So we wanted to see an adult who was really good at games show us, like, what's capable. And that's really, like, how Dr. Disrespect took off as well. Because, you know, with all Dr. Disrespect's controversies and his cheating on his wife and all that stuff, Dr. Disrespect is insanely good at video games. And he's actually not hacking like maybe Shroud is. You know, there's a lot of conspiracy that people like Shroud are hacking. And has Shroud hacked in a game before? Probably. Was Shroud hacking in professional Counter-Strike? I don't think so. Is Shroud really good at video games? I think so, you know? But Dr. Disrespect for sure I don't think was hacking. And when I first started watching him, some of the stuff he would do would just seem like otherworldly, and it was like a dream of mine to pull some of that stuff off. And I got really good at shooters, and I've pulled off some of those miracles myself. So I know it's in the limit, like, you know, the realm of possibility. And it's cool. Markiplier's 36 today? Damn. Good for him. That's what you want to do, man. Get that bag early if you can. I feel like I'm missing that window more and more every year, but it's never too late. I didn't watch Vanoss. I knew a lot of people too that like watch Sky Does Minecraft. Sky Does Minecraft is another big one, if you guys remember that, and like some of those Minecraft channels. I never really watched those. I was like a TF2 player, and so in TF2 sometimes the Yogscast would have like these like charity things. So on like OG Humble Bundle, if you bought like a bundle, or like they would do like pretty much once a year a charity bundle, where if you bought it you'd get like this Yogscast like badge in game, and I bought like a couple of those, I want to say, but I never really watched like Honeydew and the other big guy. I literally don't remember his name, but it was like Honeydew and the other guy were like the face of Yogscast. And I never really watched them. There was one person in the Yogscast that I actually watched, and his name was Nalzy. And like most people, when people that are very familiar with the Yogscast that I grew up with, they had never even heard Nalzy. But Nalzy was the GOAT to me. Like he played the best games. He was good at games. He played Binding of Isaac. He basically introduced me as a kid to Binding of Isaac and Bit Trip Runner 2. And he was very good at both of those games. And like, it was just entertaining. It was good content. Yeah, it is sad. It really was a different era of YouTube, you know? Like, I don't know if we'll ever get it as good as it was back then. And the algorithm is destroyed, sadly. See, the problem with, I think YouTube kind of invested in like YouTube kind of thought that people, if they wanted to watch a gaming video, right, they thought that people would go to the gaming tab. And if they wanted to watch something else that wasn't gaming, they'd go to the other tabs. Because like YouTube has all these tabs. But 99% of YouTube users, including myself, we don't use the tabs at all. Like, we just use the home page. We just refresh the home page, and if we hear about a video, we click on it through a link or we search it or whatever. But like, the home page is the end all be all, and the home page algorithm used to just be demonstrably better than it is today. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, not at all correct. You might want to watch a gaming video, right? And then you click on the gaming tab, and it's like a video game trailer, or it's like a video game review from like, IGN or something, who's just basically getting paid to lie about the game. It's like, Laktaro Gar. Yeah, I mean, if I was YouTube right now, I'd literally get rid of all the tabs. I'd totally get rid of them. I think it's confusing the algorithm. I think it's confusing people. And if anything, I would make like search filters, but not tabs. And if like, as a company, if you kind of force things through the search filters, like rather than having a tab, right? I should just have to, if I want to see what videos are on the gaming tab, rather than having a gaming tab, I should have to search like gaming. Or there should be like when in the search bar when I type gaming, there's like the auto suggest of like search up the word gaming, or also like go into the category of gaming. And if you do that, then you get like a lot better understanding of like who is manually seeking out these things. And then also like, if you should be showing them more of these videos. Because if someone is typing gaming every single day, to recommend them gaming videos on their homepage or anything. If they're typing like arts and crafts every day, that's probably what you should be showing them on the front page. Like it gives you more valuable data that you can leverage in improving the platform. But, people say that they're incompetent. I think they're malicious, because YouTube is literally like, and I'm saying this while streaming on YouTube, but I'm going to keep going, but YouTube is like the source of free knowledge. It's incredibly powerful, and it's a little too powerful. So they need to kind of like hamstring it, Yeah, Twitch is so cooked. Oh, goodness. Look, everybody, she made her Lego roses. Goodness. Do I get one?
What's cool, because one of them has like the little bend and one of them doesn't.
Mm-hmm. And they have the thorns.
One of them does, yeah. That one was hard to make, the thorn part, because it was
it's hard to push it in. My hand, like, if the pieces are so small, my hands are like
nice.
sweating, so
Nice indeed. Nice.
It looks good, Beak. But yeah, Twitch, man, I mean, I'm basically discriminated against, you know? Because if during Women's Month or whatever on Twitch, if I was a woman, they would literally just put me to the front page of Twitch. There's like a Women's Month category where it's just female streamers streaming, right? So there's like a Women's Month thing where like women get kind of this extra boost out of Twitch. Sure, I'm not trying to hate, but like they literally get a deliberate boost. There's another thing where it's like, I think Black History Month or something like that. Like they literally will only platform. They put like on the front page of Twitch, like a category of people. Again, these are inalienable qualities. You're born with them. You cannot change them. You know, if you're a woman, if you're a different race, like all these things you can't change. So you shouldn't be categorically like signal boosting anybody off of these, but they are, and they signal boost these people during these like events. And it would be one thing if I got an event, but there's no fucking straight white guy event. Like there's no way I'll ever be on the cover of Twitch. I won't. You know, I'd have to tune out or something. Twitch with almost corn. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll do a wet t-shirt contest and an inflatable pool, and then I can get on the cover, right, guys? See, I'm plugging my stickers. I'm not plugging my my butthole. Help out our brother here. I'm doing some serious damage to these orcs. I can eat that last crystal of mine. Wait, I think I already ate it. I think I did. Indubitably, I swallowed the crystal. Yeah, top donation gets to pick my bikini for the naked stream. Hey, I mean, you gotta blame the simps too. You can't just blame these chicks, you know. You gotta blame the simps who are showing up to those streams. Like that should carry a minimum sentence, you know. Those guys need to be in a padded cell. Trump's trying to bring back the insane asylums. They can watch those streams in there, you know. Have a big TV with all the Twitch hoes on it, and if someone watches it, they can't leave, you know. If someone chooses to not watch the stream, that gets them a step closer to being able to leave the insane asylum. But as long as they're watching it, just keep them in there. Not their poor moms. They don't need to see that. The poor mothers. It's sad, you know. It really people get their brains hijacked by that stuff. And the worst part is too is like if your brain gets hijacked by porn, which a lot of, you know, these poor weak-minded guys have had their brains hijacked, it seeps into your thinking. And it seeps into your dialogue, and it seeps into your vernacular, and it seeps into the way that you make metaphors. Like, all these porn addicts are overly sexual, and they say these very sexual things way too casually. Like, Gavin Newsom was literally, he brought, like, knee pads to, like, Trump-themed knee pads or something to, like, Davos to tell everybody, like, hey, you know, you Trump dick riders out there, you know, here's your knee pad so that you can like blow them better, or like your knees don't get scuffed while you're blowing them. And it's like, dude, that is so like unprofessional, but also like overly sexual. Like you are literally like an elected official talking about fellatio of the president. Like, that is like, that's not normal. You know, like you have to literally be like porn addicted to think that that's normal, to think that that's just something that regular people say, and that you can, you know, like, that's weird, that's creepy, that's gross. Like, that's not what adults should be saying. And, you know, if he wants to say that, like, you know, in some type of locker room talk, like, there's a time and a place for maybe some type of jokes like that. But it's not a Davos. Like, what are we doing? But, yeah, to me, that's like, and you know, that's a relatively tame example, you know. You'll meet these other guys, like, these people, when they try to insult you, when every single insult is like some sexual depravity, it's like, holy shit. Like, that's all you think about is like porn and like sex acts, you know. They'll be like, yeah, I disagree with you, so you're a cum guzzler, and you should be raped, and you're, it's like, dude, holy shit. Every insult you have is some type of sexual undertone or like sexual threat. It's like all you think about is sex, and you know, not love, like sex, you know, like very depraved sex. So yeah, these people are sadly mind rotted, and that's why porn has to be illegal. Like, you know, I don't care what people say, that should be illegal. Obviously, like, the people will find a way to get it that want to get it, but like magazines, you know, still pictures, you know, still pictures like that create, like, you know, it creates at least a lot less of a strain on the brain that these like videos do. These people, you know, with VR, with all these things, they can literally get completely enamored by these fantasies and these, you know, degenerate addictions. It's not even false hopes as much as it is just a like massively distorted worldview. But yeah, I mean, it's also like being enamored by that stuff. It creates fetishes. It's a slippery slope where, like, it just like a drug. You know, you build up this tolerance to the sexual acts that you're, you know, witnessing through a screen. Because, you know, if you're doing this in real life, it'd be quite a challenge to constantly kind of one up your sexual deviancy, unless you're like some hunk, you know, that everybody wants to like sleep with or something. But like, you know, it's hard to kind of like go down that slippery slope compared to what people can do online. And you know, Ted Bundy, like, he was literally very open about like, hey, like, I know I, you know, killed these women in cold blood, and I'm a murderer and I'm insane. But like, basically, like, before he was like either put to death or before he died, I'm pretty sure they put him to death. But before that, he was like, yo, listen, here's my story. I was addicted to porn. I was watching this porn, and my porn, you know, interest kept getting more and more severe. And then eventually I started to get into like, you know, he says he started to get into like, you know, forced, you know, basically like rape stuff. He started watching these rape videos, and then eventually he got to the point where he had to do it himself. He couldn't just watch a video of it, and that's when he started basically attacking and killing these women. But like, he openly says, like, I went down this slippery slope of porn, and it made me into this killer, and like, you know, people just ignore that. But like, when the whole Ted Bundy like Netflix show came out, like, it's literally in that show, and he says it like black and white. You should kind of listen to people when they tell you things like that, you know. Like, he has no reason to lie at that point. He was totally caught. He was totally like at the end of the rope, and he was just leveling with everybody, being like, yo, I'm a monster. Let me tell you how to prevent other monsters like me from being created. And we did not heed his warning. In fact, I think some of the monsters in society did the opposite because they want to make more monsters. Yeah, we got worse, but I don't think it was natural. I think we got worse deliberately. I think there's some people that, as they say, derastinated society. You know, they want to kind of cause this upset of things because they seek to benefit from our downfall. You got a lot of enemies when you're the most powerful place in the world, you know? There's a lot of people that would be more than willing to go along with something like that and then outlaw it in their own country, you know? But no, the OnlyFans stuff is horrific. I think it was like, some stat came out, it was like 10% of women like aged 18 to 24 or something were like on some form of like OnlyFans or had created it or something. And it's like, holy moly, man. That is millions of poor children that were brainwashed. And brainwashed by money too. Like such a lame thing to get brainwashed by. But I guess that's what most people get brainwashed by. Couldn't it at least been like gold, you know? Can't these women, you know, can't they be like, ooh, shiny object? Why's it gotta be some paper dollar, man? Yeah, and it's also just like you're like you know, a lot of it is like they don't understand the cost that comes with that. Like when you cross that line, you'll just never get a good guy in your life ever again. You'll never have a guy that truly cares about you, that loves you, that like has any level of self-respect. Cuz like there's guys out there that don't have self-respect, and if you don't have self-respect as a guy, that comes with a lot of other negative traits. Traits that any woman does not want in their man. But if you're on an OnlyFans hoe, that's kind of the only guys you can get with. You know, I'll get some hate for saying this, but it's the same thing with kind of crossing over the race border, you know? If you're a white chick, and you sleep with a black guy, you know, that's why they say, you know, you never go back, because it's not that you never go back, it's that the white guys won't take you back. And, you know, I don't want that to be the truth. I'm not trying to say that, like, I want it to be this way, but that's kind of the way it is. And it's important that people don't reject that, and that people kind of internalize that truth, because the consequences are real. My friend's sister, you know, she's a year younger than, pretty much a year and a half, I think, younger than me and my friend. And she has 3 kids right now with basically no baby daddy. So it's like these are real things, you know. There are real consequences to kind of allowing yourself to trick yourself into kind of these, you know, things. But also, like, if you want to go that, you know, if you want to cross that line, you know, like, I'm not trying to say don't do it, but understand the consequences of your actions. Understand that you're closing another door to open one door, you know. Yeah, 3 kids, no dad, and then she's like super like, you know, I'm not trying to air out my friend's sister, you know, I'm really not trying to do that, but I'm just saying, like, she's kind of like a study of like why these things are like sad and bad, and like she just doesn't even understand like kind of the situation she's in, you know. She kind of wants to like focus on herself and do stuff right now, but it's like when you had those kids, like, you lost the ability to do that. You're no longer living for yourself. You're living for these kids for at least the next 18 years. Then you can do what you want to do and focus on yourself and pursue education or whatever. But like until then, like, sorry lady, you're in a self-created prison. Because like, okay, anybody would say a child costs $50,000, right? Anybody would say that to raise a child from beginning to end, it cost at least $50,000, right? Anybody could agree with that. You have 3 children. That's like taking $150,000 debt out with the bank, you know? And then she's like, oh, I want to do my own thing. It's like, you have $150,000 in debt. And in reality, it's more than that, because you know, kids cost more than $50,000 each. But if you're conservative, if you're trying to be generous, it's at least $50,000. And you got to think of it that way. You got to be like, I'm $150,000 in debt, and I'm screwed. You know, like I can't do what I want. You know, I'm basically, I sold out myself for these kids. You know, I don't want to say bought these kids, but you know, you made a decision that has indebted you, and it was a decision you made. You know, no one forced you to make it. But yeah, it's a tragedy. You know, I would never wish it upon even my worst enemy, but you know, all we can do now is learn from it. All we can do now is observe and learn. Yeah, and she's so mean to them. That's the other thing too. You know, she's not being a good parent to them. You know, she's not stepping up. You know, she's not doing what she should be doing. But it is what it is. It is what it is. When the kids are old enough, you know, I'll try to be a role model for them if I'm still around, which I think we will be. You know, because it's one of my best friends. I think I'll always be in his life to a degree, but right now they're you know, too young to really get involved with and talk with. But yeah, those kids need some support outside of that ma, because you know, they're not getting it from her. Well, it's that, and then it's also like, you know, one of the kids resembles the father, and allegedly she's a little bit meaner to that kid. It's like, holy crap, lady. I'm done talking about it though. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. You know, it's not really my thing to talk about. I shouldn't have even said this much, but yes, these things are real. There's real consequences, and that's been my soapbox. What am I supposed to get from these gear icons? What the fuck? There's fragments I gotta pick up somewhere? I don't see no fragments. We're doing some serious damage. This is actually really nice. And these guys are like our level too. Oh, I guess we're level 27 now. But yeah, these guys are basically our level. We're just chewing through them. I'm going to save my last talent point. I think Baldy got him. Mr. Basics. I have some World of Warcraft figures. So there's like little figures that they made back in the day for all these like animals and stuff. And they're expensive now. And I literally bought a box of like over 100 of them, I want to say, from eBay back when they weren't expensive for like $25, I want to say. Like, I got a crazy good deal. They're nice quality. They're one of a kind. They're like the old, like, I'll pull them out in a second, but they're really nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is this? Whoa! That guy dies and the raptors instantly start going to me? Oh, hell no. I need my pet over here ASAP. I'll pop a potion so I don't die here. Oh my golly. No, you stay away. Oh, we're dead. That guy trolled us. I thought those raptors would go back to like their original spawn point, but I thought they were just gonna kind of walk through us, but now I know. I mean, there's big WoW figures. Yeah, you can get like some WoW like figurines like this, but these were like little tiny ones. These were like ones that like were the size of like D&D pieces. And I honestly think they might have been D&D pieces like at the time. Like that was maybe the purpose. Because in D&D you basically can have like a health counter thing on the bottom, and then you put the figure on top, and then there's a hole in the base plate of the figure so that you can like twist it so that you can have a number showing, and that's like supposed to represent its health. And I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly they all have kind of that hole. Whoopsies. I just went the wrong way. I gotta go through this mountain pass again. You. Yeah, do you need sewing needle, you said?
Do you have a sewing kit?
I did not.
Okay, that's no problem. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I also had a button fall off these pants I got. I got these like pants from Goodwill, and they just say made in Russia on them, and I was like, yo, these are cool. And then after one wash, a button came off.
Yeah, that sucks. I might go to a shop. We'll see. This is supposed to be an expensive brand, Peter Miller, but this is made in Vietnam, so it's probably gone through the hands of a couple children.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't have a sewing kit right now. I think my ma has some, but I you know.
I might just go to a shop on the weekend for it.
Yeah, I need one as well. Made in Russia. They're like these nice green dress slacks. I don't know if they're military dress slacks. I don't think they were. Usually military stuff has like you can usually tell if it's like military stuff in the pockets, and they don't have like special pockets. But yeah, I literally put it in the wash for one wash and a button came off. And they were like $6, you know, Goodwill is the best. Surprisingly, after resurrecting, my pet is not unhappy. Usually he's pretty unhappy after I die. Don't do it. Don't do it. He did it. He's frozen. Frozen in a block of ice. Let me heal my pet. Then we can fight him. Yeah, the pet just got a message that their extraction is waiting for them in the harbor. The human trafficking extraction, or I guess pet trafficking extraction. I still do not know where I'm supposed to get these fragments from. Like on the map, they have the gear icon, which usually means that like if it has a little loot bag icon, that means it's something that like these enemies would drop. The sword icon just means that like our current prerogative is just to kill these enemies, and that's what we're doing. But the gear icon tells me that like it's something on the ground basically that we have to interact with. But usually all those type of interactables, not even usually, pretty much always those type of interactables, they have a little bit of a sparkle, so you can like see them out in the open. But I don't see any right now. I like China and Russia. I think they're pretty cool. I just obviously think they should stay over there and not get involved with us, or else, you know, we're gonna fuck them up. But you know, if they stay in their place and we stay in our place, I think we can coexist. They just have such like a cool, like, long history, both of them. Oh, there we go. There's the freaking fragment. So I guess they're in dirt piles like this. Digging in the dirt. Digging into Dwight. Digging into Dwight. Digging into Dwight. Oh my golly. You need to kill one more blue raptor. Oh, I gotta get to that urn over there. So that urn is one of the fragments. Wonder if this guy's gonna grab it. Doesn't look like it. Hi, Timmy. I think this warlock is about to grab it. I gotta grab it before him. Sorry, warlock. Look at that. There's like a Greek hoplite on there. That's insane. Does this imply that there were ancient Greek hoplites in World of Warcraft? See, that's a realm they never expanded upon. They have some Mayan and Aztec stuff, which is really cool. And usually those places are what have these dinosaurs like this.
Oh, now the teeny's awake, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, when I was downstairs,
She came and said hi.
everybody was asleep. Everyone, all three of you.
She came and said hi.
All three of you were asleep, baby.
I need 2 more of those fragments and then I can get out of here. I'm pretty sure the other 2 are in the same urn though, so I gotta find the big urn like that.
Can I show her to the camera?
Yeah.
Everybody, look at this cat.
It's teeny.
She's got extra thumbs. See? Extra toe beans. Oh, you're so lovely, baby girl. You wanna go up in the window? Wanna go up in the window? Go up in the window?
One more green raptor.
Teeny in the window. Teeny in the window. Look at her peek.
She's peeking. Wait a minute. There's an urn right there, but it's not sparkling. Huh.
Oh my goodness, we got another one. Oh, so now y'all are waking up, huh? Now y'all are waking up. Look who we got here.
It's Sneedmore.
Now we got.
Proud. Fat.
Big tail. Big tail.
The floofy tail. And the other one's too fat to fit on camera.
Yeah, she doesn't like being held.
Okay. So I guess I found the dirt pile item. I found the urn item. There must be 2 other type of spawns or something. I still can't believe that we got that cape that could allow us to go invisible, and then after like 1 mission, it just took it away. Like, I basically could have just not turned that mission in, right? And then I could have just had that cape for as long as I wanted. If I knew now, I just would have done that. The cape's worth more than the mission XP. And it had relatively good stats. It wasn't like it was statless and that was the only thing it had going for it. Like, it had some real stats mixed in there. Oh my goodness, I looked away and I just shot the wrong raptor, and now I'm fighting 2 raptors. That was an accident. I can use my multi-shot now, though. I never get to use my multi-shot. Sheesh, man. Literally getting a freezing trap is so insane. I just get to freeze an enemy and they cannot attack me, and as long as I don't attack him, he's just frozen for 5 seconds. It's so nice. It saved me a couple of times. Can drink a health potion. Oh! Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. There's a guy fighting like right on top of it, but I'm pretty sure. I think he just picked it up. Pretty sure that was the other relic. It's nice that we have these other people clearing out the raptors for us. You don't have to do all the legwork. Oh, there's one. Okay, okay. Another ancient relic. We have one more ancient relic to find. Another Greek thing on the side of it. I mean, this is the first time I've seen stuff like this in... Inventory's full. Inventory's full. I have too many raptor eggs, but I'm afraid that they're going to be used in cooking recipes. Okay. We have one last relic to collect. Yo, someone's spamming me. One more relic. These things are taking up like a lot of inventory slots, so I want to finish this quest so I can get rid of them. Where's my streamer mode isn't enabled right now? Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Apparently my friend says it's story time and something serious happened. And they need to call. Unfortunately, they said it like an hour ago and I didn't see it until just now. But I think they're gonna still be around. We might get a serious lore drop. Serious lore drop incoming. My other friend is sending me esoteric, like, vinyl lore. Because he's really into vinyls, and he's sending me this, like, massive info drop. Meanwhile, my other two friends are saying something serious happened and they need to talk. In a story time manner. You're chilling, C-Native. You should be getting immersed. You should be enjoying your game. Enjoy the stream, enjoy the game, enjoy life. I'm just looking around in a circle right now for this last freaking artifact. We're looking for the Ados fragment.
I gotta leave in an hour.
Hello, D.
I gotta leave in an hour. Yo, I got those pre-orders in. I got those freaking pre.
He was a little loud, right? I turned him down, but... Where are you? Yeah, Dan and Nixon messaged me saying that there's serious storytime lore drop. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I have no idea.
They messaged me like an hour and a half ago, and I somehow didn't see it until just now. Indubitably.
Streaming.
I'm streaming. I'm streaming.
I'm streaming to Twitch and YouTube today for the first time, but in YouTube it's like stuck in vertical mode. Like if I don't pay money, I have to. You used to have to pay money to do. It's called dual streaming, where you're streaming to two things at once. You used to have to pay money to do it at all. Now it allows you to do it, but one of your you can only do two streams, and one of the streams has to be like locked in like up and down vertical mobile mode, which is really weird, but. Fuck it. So I'm doing it, and the ugly vertical mobile mode stream is on YouTube, and the cool wholesome Chungus version is on Twitch.
My boy Nick dual wielding.
Indubitably, my friend. I'm in this area where I had to collect like 4 artifacts, and there's like these spawn points where artifacts can spawn, but like there's 4 different types, and I've gotten 3 of them, and the 4th one I can't even find it. It's just not spawning for me. But I just need this one last artifact, and it's, you know, as you're well aware, because Dick is also a WoW player, it's very frustrating when you have 3 out of 4 quest items hogging up your inventory and you don't have the 4th item to turn it all in. Inventory space in this game, especially at this early level of the game, is a massive luxury.
Always worth getting those big bags to start.
I mean, they're pretty expensive, to be honest. Like, they're priced pretty correctly, as they should be. But yeah, we really don't get any like cheats, you know. Like, I scanned the auction house recently, so I have like a lot of the updated prices, and like no matter what I get, it's only ever like a couple extra silver on the auction house. I haven't found anything yet where like there's a big disparity between the two. All right. He was being hunted by a monster. A monster. There's a dirt pile, so that's one of them. There's a dirt pile, there's an urn. There's another urn, which we already have collected. Like, it's weird. I've seen all the other artifacts, like, multiple times. And it says it spawns here. I have my insides ripped out every time I poop. Sea Native said that they're having their insides ripped out. Got a prolapse on the shitter. Gotta take a shit in prolapse. That's how you know my intestines are healthy, because they fall out of my body. You know about like those frogs that like when they're threatened they can like puke up their organs? My dad was outside in New York as a kid, and he like held one of those frogs, or like caught one of those frogs, and it like puked up its organs, and he felt like he felt so bad he thought he killed it. And then he found out that that's just kind of like its defense mechanism. I'd rather be a lizard and have to, you know, drop my tail. I'd rather do that than puke up my organs and be like, look, I'm dead, look. You say the monster is ripping out your organs, but I mean, you know, when I'm taking a dump, I could swear there's a monster in there as well, so it's still the same. Still all the same. It's a powerful defense mechanism. We learn from the best. We learn from the frogs. I think someone's making like soup or something downstairs. The house is smelling soup-like. This is depressing. I can't get this last item. I almost feel like I need somebody else to have this quest to collect the other items, and then it will cause them to respawn and potentially spawn as the one that I'm looking for. Which is not how it should be, man.
Oh man, that's not how it should be, man.
I am depression. You're gonna get depressed just because your organs were pulled out in front of you. You know, that's reasonable. Mummy, they took me organs out and they won't give them back.
Not me.
I took them and grinded them up, and then they won't give them back. What the hell? God save the Queen's organs.
Bet Can't do that anymore.
I decided that this is actually a little bit of a cheat code if I go up here. Actually, I think the view distance is too far.
When?
You coming?
When? I'm slowly going insane. Trying to like.
Nice.
I'm still debating on if I want to go to bowling or not tonight because I'm still just.
I think your feet are too busted. I think you got to give your feet a day to rest. If you want my opinion.
I just. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like.
She's got bowler's bunion. Oh no!
Say that.
Oh no! No, I'm dead!
Yeah,
Fuck.
basically, I effed up my feet.
I didn't die from the fall, but I landed on the ground with 1 HP, and then the raptor just took a bite. Oh my goodness, that was pretty that was pretty embarrassing. You don't have to imagine the fall damage anymore.
I got a fart. Hold up. Let's see if this goes in.
You're getting ripped apart by monsters. I'm getting ripped apart by raptors. All is well in the world. And Dick is farting.
I ripped my booty hole.
I was trying to message, I was talking about my friend here, Dick. I was talking about that he was like going to join us in World of Warcraft, and I was messaging my friend in the DMs on Battle.net, and it censored his name because it thought I was trying to say the word Dick, and I guess you're not allowed to say Dick. But it's like, this is a person's name, and I'm an adult. Like, let me say what I want to say.
I am a grown ass man.
I'm a grown ass boy. Okay, fine. Your name is now Richard.
Oh yeah, dude.
Isn't William like Bill or something?
Or will.
Bill. Oh my goodness! And then I put Dick's address on screen.
Back me.
Please don't dogs me, sir. Please don't dogs me, sir. Please don't dogs me, sir. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Seymour found this little like shiny puffball.
Yeah.
I think it was off a Christmas sweater, but he keeps playing with it.
Goodness.
He's carrying it around and shit.
It looks like there's a boss raptor up here that we missed. Maybe that's where our artifact is as well.
Hey, ready, watch.
But we have the quest to fight the boss now, so... Or the boss raptor. The big bad raptor! Oh, we got it.
I'm in the shower. Also, your humidifier thing was leaking, so your clothes are soaked.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I turned it off. But I'll empty it. Last time I opened it, it was literally dry, but okay. There he is. There's Snarltooth. Bill Nye said a swear. Big gamer stretch, am I right, folks? It's probably why my humidifier was getting kind of warm too. It's probably getting full, which I did not realize. I was given the humidifier or dehumidifier. I don't even know which it is. I'm pretty sure it's a dehumidifier, which is why it's collecting water. But like it has this water collector thing, and last time I opened it, it was literally dry. So, but maybe there's humidity now that just wasn't around before or something. I don't know. Okay, that's the big quest done. There's a relic, but not the one I need. Apparently a relic spawns up here too, but it doesn't look like there's one. Nice moist Floridian air. I mean, I don't think the air has gotten any more moist than it was before, but what do I know? I've gone to relatively, like, you know, I live in Florida, so it's super humid. My body's acclimated for the humidity, but I'll go to dry places, and, like, as long as my lips don't chap, that's when I'm like, okay, the dryness isn't that bad. If the dryness is making my lips chap, that's when I'm like, okay, this is some serious dryness. I don't belong in this biome.
Can I be your personal bidet?
You know that one guy that like that one guy that like crawled in that toilet. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that Japanese dude that they found stuffed in his toilet.
Yeah, and there was like literally.
Apparently had a lot of political.
Yeah, there's no way to get, like, no way he was getting out of there. They origami'd him into there. They folded him. I found a silver vein. The price of silver IRL right now, this is massive. Let me go to my first aid kit recipes really quick. I can make anti-venom, right? Oh, it's a small venom sac. I have a large venom sac. That's going to be used for the better anti-venom, so I still want to hold on to it, but I'm just going to throw this fucking healing potion out. Fuck it. It's worth it for the Silva. Mad windy, huh? I got some starfruit. If you don't know, starfruit love wind. So every time it's super windy, my starfruit are just having a time of their lives. Here's one right now. Here's a starfruit. This is one of my smaller ones too, but I mean, you won't find one in the grocery store that's that nice. The ones in the grocery store look like a completely different plant. They're so like small and pathetic. I think it's the water. I think like whoever's farming these things and selling them to the grocery stores is like giving them not enough water or something. Starfruit is a very floral type of like citrus fruit. It's really good. If you've ever had like lychee are very floral. It's less floral than lychee, but it's like they're relatively sweet, and then they start out as green, and then they get more and more orange, and the more orange they get, the sweeter they are. I mean, I think it's a tropical thing. A lychee is like it's honestly an Asian thing that we have over here too, but lychees are like those weird little balls that have like the furs coming out of them, and the center of the ball is like white. But if you ever eat one of those, Like, it's floral. It literally tastes like you're putting like a flower flavored like candle in your mouth. Like, it's really strong. And if you don't like the taste of things that are like floral, then you would just hate lychees. Oh, finally, I found the last fragment. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to toss something out of my inventory. I'm gonna have to toss something out of my inventory. I'm gonna get rid of these water breathing potions. I hate having potions taking up inventory space. You really don't need water breathing, and I just did a quest that really would require it. And I already used it on that, so I don't know. Yeah, they're pretty good. But again, it's kind of an acquired taste. But like I like lychees are commonly used, like lychee syrup at least, like in drinks, you know. Like Starbucks, I guess, and all these other places will have lychee in their drinks, but it's not because it's like a really lychee drink. It's just because like that's one of the ingredients, and it's like a strong ingredient. You know, if you're making like a smoothie, you only need to put like a couple in there to get that flavor. You don't have to like, you know, fill a blender with them. But lychee trees, like they put out a lot. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one you don't know about. I have a loquat tree in my front yard. Loquat, loquat, and that is one of the best fruits I think ever. I think the nickname for it is either like a Japanese peach or Japanese pear, or no, not Japanese pear. It's like Japanese peach or Japanese plum, but they're like little small round orange fruits, and they have a pit in the center that's really easy to remove, but they are some of the most delicious like fruits ever. So good. I mean, in Florida, when you see some invasive type of plant that's kind of exotic looking and you look it up a lot of the times it's like honestly native to India, because like India has a very like warm, humid climate as well, and like a lot of plants, you know, even though people think of them as being kind of native to whatever tropical area they're in, they like way back, you know, they really originated from like India. India has like one of the most biodiverse like you know, plant ecosystems in the world in just this one really compact area. I love fruit trees. If I ever move out of the state and buy like another property or something, literally the first thing I'm doing is planting a ton of fruit trees. And so I have a ton of starfruit. I have 3 starfruit trees in my backyard right now. They're starting to produce, because before it was only the one tree that was producing them. Now my other 2 have started producing, and this year they produced their first starfruits, and there's a lot of them. But there's too many to just eat normally, you know. There's too many starfruit out there for me to eat normally. But there's always a solution. And when I have these high yields of starfruit, guess what I can do with them? I can blend them up. Well, I would have to cut them up and remove the seeds, but then you blend them up, and then you could literally turn them into either juice or jam. And you know, I gave some of my neighbors some starfruit because I had too many, and my neighbor made me some like starfruit strawberry jam in return. And like, dude, it's just so cool. There's no downside to having a bunch of fruit trees, and you know, I'm going to be a little bit of a hypocrite because I have some starfruit on the ground that are rotting, but anytime you have like fruit like that that's just rotting, like it's kind of wasted, you know, because you really can turn them into stuff. You don't have to waste them. You don't have to eat them. You can turn them into things that are going to last for a long time. Ooh. Ooh. That's a really good bow. That's a really good bow. I'm surprised it says that chest plate isn't better than what I'm currently wearing. That's pretty damn good. I'm gonna look up. So, the best item you can have in the game for your class is called BIS, which stands for Best in Slot. And I need to look up whether Hunter's BIS item in the end game is a bow, or if it's a gun, or if it's a crossbow. Because I basically need to start preparing that that's going to be my end-all be-all. So it's a mouthful, but you basically want to say, WoW Classic Anniversary TBC pre-patch Hunter BIS. That's like the way you would search this as a nerd. Natural, like wild raspberries are pretty good. They're not as like kind of a punch in your face. And up in Virginia, my grandma has some blackberry and raspberry bushes next to her property that I can eat from, and they're very nice, very nice. Hunter bisque. We're making hunter soup, everybody.
Learned a bunch of last night, and I'm
offhand weapon. Okay, interesting. So they do have, if you play hunter, they have you dual wielding at the end. So if you get to the end of the hunter gaming, you're dual wielding swords at least. And let's say, oh wow. So the best weapon is apparently called the Nerubian Slave Maker. It's called the Nerubian Slave Maker, and it is a crossbow. So technically the best weapon for my class is a crossbow. I don't need to necessarily switch to using a bow right now. I'm just going to continue to use my gun for right now. And I think I'm going to take this Raptor Bane's armor. And my inventory's full. Just going to start SpongeBob laughing as I pull my skin off. Okay, you say that. I killed a blackberry bush. I bought this blackberry bush for like $15 from the farmer's market. I put it in the ground. It just fucking died. I think maybe I should have grown it in a pot a little longer before I moved it to the ground. But like my soil's pretty healthy, so I just thought it would be okay. But yeah, I killed it. Totally killed it. Talk to me. Off with ya. Now see, this says that my other chest plate, like this says that this chest plate is better, but there's literally no way. This chest plate just gives me 5 extra attack power against everything, but the other one gives me 30 attack power versus beasts, and it's hard for like the add-on to basically like make those type of analyses, you know. But we're good. That chest plate was definitely the right choice there. But no, I love blackberries. I really wish that blackberry bush did well, because I fucking would have loved to have blackberries in the backyard, but I have to give it another shot. Oh!
Cleaned it.
Looking good.
I just, like, I didn't scrub it. I just, like, dabbed it with my puffy. And I covered it with soap.
Yeah, you should just, you shouldn't put any more bandages.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let it air out.
Now it can scab.
Yeah.
Her knee's looking better, folks. Oh, you start them inside? And then I don't have raised beds. All my stuff is in the ground. I have like kind of outlined beds, but my soil's good.
Tell him we only had him in one time, because remember Cole?
Well,
Remember that when Jared brought in all the fucking plants?
Well, I'm talking about the blackberry though that we killed.
Well, we put it in the ground.
Yeah, but I'm saying it sounds like we put it in the ground too early. Because
Really?
Fooling Jay says it's one of the easiest bushes to grow, which I do believe. I think I just like I killed the retard proof plant basically.
That's me, except with other shit.
Oh yeah, we've grown some sunflowers. There's actually there's a website called Rare Seeds. It's a really great website. It's really cool, and they have rare seeds, you know. And so with any plant, there's varieties, right? And so the reason the GMO'd varieties, whether they're GMO'd or not GMO'd, but the reason the varieties that we eat in the supermarket are the way they are, isn't because those are just the best tasting foods or like the best tasting version. It's literally just because those versions happen to like last longer or ship better or grow faster, but they are not the tastiest, best versions. So you can get these really nice, really exotic fruits that you wouldn't be able to get anywhere else from this website called Rare Seeds. And it's so awesome. And like you said, the sunflower, we got these, like, I think they're called monolith sunflowers, and they can grow up to like 10 feet. And I think ours was like 8 or 9 feet. And then, you know, you chop the sunflower off, let it dry, and then you get a bunch of seeds. But like, yeah, it was really cool. And they are definitely different from a normal sunflower, you know. But yeah, I've grown a couple of those. Tomatoes, squash, jalapenos, little corn. I used to have a Aero garden, which is like one of those hydroponic, like, you know, desk gardens. You might remember it, but I had like a bunch of jalapenos on it, and that was great for growing jalapenos. Because if you don't know, hydroponics, just inherently, any type of hydroponic grows fruit or anything much faster. So like a hydroponic plant, if it's getting the nutrients it needs, it'll grow at like 4 or 5 times the rate of a normal plant. So I was getting a lot of jalapenos out of it. They were very good. Honestly, the thing would overgrow all the time, and I'd have to like trim it back. But yeah, hydroponics are like super sick if you can pull it off. Yeah, they are spicier too, and on stream one time, I had like I want to say like 18 or like close to 18 of them on the plant, and I said I would eat one if people like donated or subbed, and then this person just kept donating and kept subbing, and I feel really bad for not remembering who it is right now, but I mean, I can go back and look 100% and figure it out, you know, because I deserve to, or they deserve to be recognized, but yeah, that was horrific. I ate like a lot of jalapenos in one sitting. A little too many jalapenos. How do I get to this guy? I remember having a little bit of an annoying time finding this guy last time. I think it's this and then left, right? Oh, no. I think I gotta go up and then left. There we go. Doi, 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 doi. Sweet. We're almost level 28. I had some strawberries, like some wild variety strawberries that would like you know, they're a vine, so they would grow, or not a vine, but it was like you know, they grow on the surface of the ground and they grow like out and they grow wide rather than like high. And you know, they just kept basically like crawling all over the garden, kind of looking for like an optimal spot. And like I would see them all the time and they would kind of be like, you know, moving through the garden, but they weren't actually creating strawberries. And then like in this one corner, I guess it finally decided it liked it there, and it grew like 3 strawberries, but then it kind of died out. It kind of stretched itself too thin, I think. But you know, part of the flaw there was that one, like strawberries do so much better in a pot, you know, because that's the problem, is it almost had too many options of like ground, so it just spent its whole life searching instead of just like settling down. Much to say about that. Much to say. There are people that do the same thing. Okay, buy some more solid shot so I don't run out. My biggest problem as a kid when I had plants is I would overwater everything. I didn't realize that like a lot of stuff you basically just need to water like once a week, or if it's outdoors, you know, and it rains, like you don't need to water it again. I literally I kind of took like a Minecraft thinking to it, and I was like, water is only good and you have to water everything every day. It would be kind of cool if it worked like that, but it does not. Go make some band-aids. Big fat WoW gamer nerd stretch. So it sounds like Dan had the story. I thought Nixon had the story, but Nixon just told me Dan has a story, and Dan did not answer me. But we love Dan Broz's stories, don't we, folks? Nah, you gotta own it when you live in Alabama. You gotta roll Tide to the very end, you know? Roll Tide, nothing but the tide. I know you know who I'm talking about. That guy's so funny. Nothing but the tide. Like, why can't this fucking bitch teach me how to use bows? Like, my character can learn how to use bows, but I gotta go like out of my way and find the bow trainer. I had to go like out of my way yesterday to find the gun trainer, because apparently the gun trainer is not in Stormwind, which is the main city. The gun trader is in Ironforge, which is the dwarf city. Yeah. My friend Dan, he was in the call the other day, but I don't really think he changes his username a lot, and I don't even think you guys saw his username. I have 2 quests to turn in down here. I'm actually gonna go down to Dark Shore and do that. Let's see, what do I got in here? Where's this question mark? Oh. And I have a quest to turn in Stormwind. Oh, that was the light forge ingots. Oh my gosh. There's a quest that was literally right here in this harbor right here, and I guess I gotta go all the way to Stormwind to turn it in. But guess what, guys? We're gonna take the friggin' Hearthstone, so we don't have to wait. I set my home in Stormwind, so we just get to instantly go. Oh, you got an ad? It should be 30 seconds. It should be a 30-second ad every hour. That's the literal minimum I could do on Twitch. Twitch does not allow me to do. My cat's playing with his toy right now. 1 second. Let me see if I can put this on stream. Oh, I can't reach him. Can't reach over there. Oof. And now I'm making a mess. Now I'm making a mess. Home reveal. I mean, I own a business. I have a business. I'm inherently doxxed. If you own a business, you have to publicly register the business to an address. I would be suicidal if I owned some big store space for my sticker company. I don't need to own a storefront, but I do need to have an LLC. And to have an LLC, I need to register my address. And I don't have another address to register it to that isn't my house. So my address is publicly available and it's attached to my LLC. And that's why the Second Amendment is important. Because I can have my address out there publicly. And if you want to come to my house and threaten me, I can just kill you. That's how the world works. But yeah, it is a little weird. America, you're supposed to, you would think that in America you're supposed to have a business. We're supposed to be a pro-business, pro-capital, pro-small business type of industry country, but people have to know where I live? Okay. Okay. I guess. Yeah, I should do a cooking stream sometime. I love cooking. The one time I do a cooking stream, though, I'll botch it. I'll botch it like I've never botched it before. Oh man. I have to wear that sword, I guess, somewhere. That guy gave me a quest and I gotta go somewhere eventually. And it looks like it's a deadly area. And the only way I can survive is to hold that sword in my offhand. We made, like I said, pork chops, but we made pork chops with fries with cheese and gravy last night. What is it called? Fuck, what do the fucking British call it? What's up, Dan, bro? 1 second. Sewer Beast is here. I mean, the chops didn't have gravy and cheese. The fries had gravy and cheese, but what do they call it? Oh, what if chips? Maybe it's just chips and cheese. Maybe it's just chips and cheese. Schmuttered chips.
Box white boy.
Dambrose is equipping his socks.
At all. I just grabbed what's in.
We're getting a little Daniel serenade today. Poutine. Poutine is when it's basically gravy and cheese, but you also, they put like cheese curds in with it, and the cheese curds like melt. When I was in Canada, I had some poutine. It's all right. I would honestly prefer it without the curds, but. What's up, Dan Bros? I'm streaming right now, just saying.
I gotta.
Yes. What's the story? We're here.
Got swatted.
What? Wait. Let me turn the volume up. Let me turn the volume up. For real?
Yeah. Well, it's not as big a deal as I'm making it out to be, but it is quite problematic. And I can tell you the events as my dad saw them.
Okay.
Because I have to. All right. So, it starts off about 8 o'clock. My dad gets up, starts his morning, and about like 8:15, 30. My dad hears some noise going on in the backyard or whatever. It's probably like a falcon or an owl or whatever.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. 8:40. There's a bunch of cops with M16 forming our house now. Like surrounding our house.
Like your house, not a neighbor?
Yep, my house.
Oh.
So, and then at about like 8:45, 8:50, there's like a helicopter like above our house or whatever, or like just like. And then my dad is like fucking freaking out, and he's just, like back and forth or whatever, what I'm saying, like of the blinds, like the day I get arrested. My dad's very, very wholesome like that. He's just like, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Help me. Anyway, quickly after, hear the cops being like, get on the fucking ground, get on the ground, hands up! Like, the cop then kicks over our recycling bin, and there was somebody hiding in it.
Hey, yo.
And that's in our backyard, by the way. So that guy would need to hop our fence and then kick down the other fence to then go and hide in that
Hell yeah.
And then they take him in, and then one of the cops then starts to look through our recycling bin stuff to try and find probably what I would assume a weapon. I was armed or anything like that.
Yeah.
With firearm or that. They took him away, and then my dad, back and forth, he's very worried, and then the cop knocks on our door. Dad answers, and he's like, hello, can I help you? And then the cop's like, we arrested a suspect that was hiding on your property. Do you want to press charges? My dad's like,
Yeah, because he could press it's an extra charge. That guy's certainly already getting charged with stuff, but that's like they're basically asking your dad to give him an extra trespassing charge.
Yeah. And the cop was like, he's just going to jail anyway.
Exactly.
My dad's like,
yeah.
all right, that's a knife thing. Yeah. My dad's like, that's fine then. Like, no, I don't want to press charges then.
Sure.
And then cop gave my dad the rundown. It's like, okay, we arrested this person who was hiding on your property, and we arrested another lady that was diagonal from your house. We're looking for a third suspect. It's a white blonde woman, and if you see see anybody or whatever, that I'm pretty sure cop gave more details, but my dad is probably not trying to hear it and trying to close the door and just get on with his day. All right, so if you see this lady, like, let us know. My dad's probably like, will do. Shuts the door, and then the cops, like, put both of the suspects in the car and then drive off. That happened this morning, and I was asleep during all of it.
Your dad's like, officer, if she's hot, I ain't telling anybody.
True. Very true.
Your dad's like, I think I'm about to get another girlfriend.
Exactly. So yeah, no, that happened this morning.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's very crazy because in reality, if that dude had a gun, there would have been a shootout in my backyard.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I told Miguel about it, and funny enough, when I messaged you or whatever, some reason Nixon just joined the call like as soon as I joined the call while waiting for you. So I told him about it. That's really wild, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean,
especially
where you live too. Like, it'd be one thing if you literally lived at like the front of the neighborhood.
My grandma was like, I am surprised this happened in the back of the neighborhood. Like,
exactly.
How the hell did this happen?
They had to like basically go through a lot of fences and stuff to get all the way to you. Dude, it's fucking.
There was some speculation about that house, and my dad, Nixon, brought up a good point. Like, did your dad ask for this guy's name who like fucking?
I'm dead.
In your thing? Then my dad's like, no, because the cops are probably not like required to tell you anything. But as somebody, and like that's my dad, But I have like 5 different cops in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm going to like literally talk to one of these cops and be like, hey, I live with, my dad in that house. There was an arrest that happened. I'm not going to ask for press charges or anything, but I request, can you please tell me this person's name? Like, I want to know the person who tried to hide on our property.
Yeah, so you could look up the mugshot or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I want to see, and yeah, as far as it is right now, we don't know what he got arrested for. Like, and my dad theorized that like that house like doesn't have that much activity, and there's forest right behind that house. You know what I'm saying? Forest right behind the house. So maybe it was maybe we're looking at like a like a trio of squatters broke into the house. Just
Right.
they could have Nixon was like it's 8 o'clock in the morning. They may have like stolen something, a car, maybe some sort of like groceries, or anything like that. So
Yeah.
it's like I personally am invested in this, and I want to go find out more for myself. But I will do.
But no, that's a good point from someone in the chat too. So if you get their name as well through Freedom of Information Act, you should be able to FOIA request the body cam footage too, and you should be able to eventually get the actual body cam footage of the cops like surrounding your house. That'd be cool to have.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So yeah, there's a little fun little story.
Hell yeah. We enjoyed that, didn't we, folks? We enjoyed it.
Other than that, spring day.
Real.
Yeah.
You're like, can someone else trespass, please? I'm bored.
I need content. I need content.
I need content, please. W. Daniel.
Yeah, but obviously the most terrifying part was like literally like if you took a look at it and like I don't really like look at cops like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what they got on them, how to have. Every single cop at the scene either had a canine dog with them or an M16. I don't know if I like said that before, but I was like, you know what I'm saying? Back in my head when my dad was telling me this, I'm like, these cops are not here to play around. Like they are here to handle business.
Yeah, and also
business they did handle.
They weren't on patrol. Like they were, they probably
there's
had
5 different cops in my neighborhood. None of them were at the scene.
But they had preemptive knowledge enough to be able to gear up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. If I was using 2 hands, that would be a cool sword.
What are you playing right now?
I'm playing WoW. We're getting to a stopping point. I think we're going to take a little break and then maybe get back after this, because right now I'm about to level up. I'm about to hit level 28. That will be 2 levels so far in today's stream. So I went from 26 to 28, and then today later we can hit 30 and then finally get the fucking mount. And my mount is cute. He's cool. It's an interesting little fantasy creature that my mount is. So it's called like a phase walker. It's like, some nerd shit, but ooh. It's a good cloak. Poor Daniel's dad's heart.
I slept through it, but I would probably be nervous as hell too. I can't sit here and be like, I would handle that situation, like much better. Like, no, I'd probably be just as scared as my dad. Like,
yeah, of course.
I have nothing. My weapon of choice is literally the frying pan from Left 4 Dead 2 against any of these cops, and they have M16s, bro. I would need to pull some like PUBG fiasco and like put the pan behind my back and deflect the bullets. I can't. I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna put my life out there. Right. Hopefully the situation just. That's what I would probably do.
Yeah.
Probably just pray and hope this. It did. Very nice.
You're just in the backyard being like, he has a gun, shoot him. Good thing you didn't go take out the recycling in the morning.
It's funny because I actually took out the recycling like the night before.
Yeah.
I fucking put a bag out or whatever. Probably belly flopped on that bag and. But.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I just wanted to tell you specifically.
Do you think your dad was for a split? Do you think for a split moment your dad was like What the fuck are my sons posting online? Why are these cops here?
I'll be honest. I mean, like, I was gonna say. All right, no. I'll just say this, okay? If the cops are at our house, it is 100% not my fault. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, they're, you know, if our cops were really doing what's good for them, they would, they'd be rounding up Dick for posting fat chicks.
Oh, 100%. Like, oh yeah, I was gonna say to you, like, you're the only person I care. Like, obviously, I told Miguel, and like Nixon just happened to be there. You know, I told him this.
Yeah.
You were the last person that I wanted to tell the story. I don't really care about telling. Tell them if you want.
Dan, I have a joke, Cope.
I just want to. Yeah, I just wanted to say one thing. The most important thing that I wanted. Now, like, this happened in the back of my gated community.
Yeah.
Safe, please.
I was making sure. Well, I mean, my community is technically gated too. I was making sure that I was playing Counter-Strike to refresh my rank, right, so that it wouldn't expire. And I kind of fumbled, and I didn't get my Season 3 badge because I just didn't, I guess it expired. But dude, fucking, the season is supposed to end when the major ends. I played during the major. I played at the end of the major. I was like, now it should be over. It didn't end. And then I was like, okay, fine. Let me. And then it was like December 31st. It was after the major, and your rank lasts for 16 days after you play. So I was like, let me play again, to refresh my rank. But then they didn't fucking end it till 2 days ago, and so my rank had reset. But here's the thing, I don't really care. If I had all 5 stripes, if I played 125 matches and I would have had all 5 stripes, then I would be upset. But I only had 1 stripe, so it was already pretty imperfect. But my Cope joke is that obviously it's kind of obvious, but the Cope joke is CS:GO is a Valve game, and Valve can't count to 3, so neither can I. So I purposely actually didn't get the Season 3 badge because Valve can't count to 3, guys.
Valve to become its own country, right? Valve, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Yes, if Valve became a country, I'd move there first immediately.
Is the Steam Cube out yet?
No,
right?
It's supposed to be out, or at least I don't know when they're shipping, but I know it's supposed to basically be purchasable early, like first quarter this year. So between now and March. PC Native, thanks for tuning in. We're about to cut it here, anyways. So I appreciate you tuning in. I'm glad that you could hear Daniel's one of a kind story today. And
first time in 10 years. 7.
Yeah. Peace. C Native got pizza. We're a little jealous in the chat today. We're a little jealous. Flying to Menifil Harbor takes like 11 minutes. It's actually kind of crazy.
Dealer, she got back to me. Like, my husband doesn't have enough.
On stream?
Mind waiting or whatever, and I'm like,
On
yes,
stream?
I don't mind waiting.
Right. And that's your cookie dealer, that's your chocolate chip cookie dealer, by the way, chat. That's not
I'm saying, bro, like all these like other cookies, fresh, bro. You have to go. Session.
You can't get a sub maker to do a cookie maker's job, you need a true baker in the kitchen.
Oh, bro, I'm a crackhead. Bro, like I literally just Valentine's sugar like $1.50. Pretty sure it's like $5. Like when she gave it to me, like $1.50. All right, bet. Coming.
We don't call them crack addicts here. We call them Floridians.
Oh yeah, true. Sometimes I know.
Yeah. We're just like, yeah, the world's just really hot. And the cops go, "Can I have a cookie?"
To be honest, those cops try to touch my cookies, bro. Like it's over for them. Sorry, like we're not taking this $1.50. Sorry, you're just not. I don't care. I don't care if that guy in the recycling bin like said verbatim, like my cookies are in his house. Like, no, bro. Like, I don't care. I really don't, bro. Cookies are mine. They're staying with me. They are not leaving the premise. They're going to my tummy. I will enjoy.
Yar.
Amen to that. I gotta let Teeny out of the window. Come on, Teeny. Maybe she doesn't want to open the window. Okay. That was probably really loud. I think that's about it for now. I'm going to take a break, get some food, and we'll be back in the evening, I think. And I'm going to work on that sticker a little bit, get that finished up. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all in a bit. And if you watched on YouTube, you're one of the first ever. The first time YouTube stream. But yeah, it was a nice 3-hour little stream we got capped off here. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.